Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Readings by Darcy. I didn't put the screen up tonight because, let's be honest, I was a little lazy. It's been a long day. Anyways, I'm just going to wait for people to come on. I'm a little early this evening, so I'll wait for a few people to show up and then we'll get going. But this is also to remind you that Tuesday, December 22nd at 7 p.m. Sean, Penelope, and I will be on for our Christmas special. So we look forward to seeing you then. And Amanda, good evening. I see you're on. You can hear me okay? Hi there, Kristen. And just putting a reminder to Sean, too, and to Penelope that we're going to do the Christmas special Tuesday, December 22nd at 7 p.m. So, Pacific Standard Time. If you heard the voice in the background, that's my daughter. So, tonight, I'm just going to sort of wander through the cards and see what they have to say for you guys. And if you have a question, just ask. If I can answer it, I will. Hello, Kathy. How are you? How's the weather for both you and Amanda? I hope everything's going fine. And we've had a lot of rain here today, which is good. I like the rain. When we were little, our dad used to say that you never shrunk when you went in the rain. Hello, Sonia. Sona? So I think it's Sonia, but hello, Penelope, and hello, Christy. So, and hello, Ashley from Christy. So, how's everyone's day been? It is a little cooler. I mean, it's very seldom we see snow in Victoria, but it won't surprise me if we do get it because it is cooler out there. All right. So let us get going and we'll start with Amanda. And Amanda, I'm using the Crystal Power deck tonight. This one. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for everyone. And Amanda, Chariot, go forward with confidence. This is making a decision, Amanda, and just following it through and following the confidence that takes you to where you want to be. And as you move forward, you know that you're moving in the right direction because inside, internally, you feel it. You feel that this is the right move, and this is for anything. Like it could be a job change, it could be a spiritual change. Leaning a little more towards spiritual for you, Amanda, and just follow it. See where it takes you. And Kristen, hi, I pulled the world, and this is celebrate life and welcome new energy in. All right, these are a little harder to see, so I'll do my best. I wonder if I put them down here. And this is literally a person like a fairy dancing, and there's vegetables and fruits and everything, and she's dancing right on water, so she's not sinking in, Kristen. And this is celebrate life, but it's also about remembering that there's a child inside and you need to celebrate her as well and to keep her moving forward. Okay, Kathy, this is focus on what you want and you are the person responsible to make it happen. It's also about the choice. So you may have a couple of choices to make, and as you're making them, it's really important to follow through, to believe that you picked the right choice, and maybe you're going to pick both of them, both decisions, but you do one at a time. You don't try to do them both at once, because if you do both at once, they're going to entangle, and then you might not be as successful, Kathy, doing them as you had hoped it to be. Thank you, Marion. I know, and it blends right with the seat cover, so it looks like I've got a veil going down my back. Marion, listen to the heart and follow your own sense. But being intuitive, Marion, you know Sometimes things don't always work out the way we think they are going to, but this says there's an offer, there's a new start. And the one cup really stands out brightly, Marion, as though this is something you've been waiting for. And as you wait for it, it seems like it's forever. It's going to take forever to get to you, Marion. But that tells me that you're going to get to where you need to be. All right. And it's also faith-based. So as long as you have that faith inside of here, Marion, that you'll get anywhere in life. And you think of where you started and where you are now. Wow. Now, you're really a role model, Marion, to follow when it comes time for believing and taking a chance. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but Sonia. Okay, you have the 3 pentacles. And with this one, this is about decisions. All right. Now, you may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decisions to make. But with this, it says you have the energy to realize your goals and you're moving forward to do it. And again, it's one thing at a time. And it actually has a garnet on it. And that could be a stone that you need around you right now. But what I feel is that there's a lot of love being directed to you. And this can be from spirit. It doesn't always have to be from another person. But I feel like you're surrounded in love. So keep that in mind. Well, Penelope, you know what? I tried to pull you one card and I thought, I don't like that card. So I went and pulled another one. Guess what? I'm going to show them both. Okay, because it's one after the other and there were different piles. I've got piles set up, so I'm just pulling from a pile as I hear Spirit goes left, right, left, right. Okay, so I had the 7 of Swords and it says take care of what you value. So make sure maybe you're locking your door before you go out, or you don't leave anything on the seat of your car so nothing gets broken into. And then it says you're releasing yourself from difficulty. So both of them were swords. They're communications, Penelope. So there may be someone here that you need to talk to. And it could be about, your time's valuable. So it could even be about a raise at pay, a raise at work. Oh my God, I can't speak. So anyways, just keep that in mind. Communication, sort of like location, location, location. So maybe there's something you need to really talk to someone about, Penelope. And 1, keep your temper. Don't be me and lose it and go red in the face and go, no one knows I'm mad. That's a lie. Okay. Christy, honey, I hope everything's good with you. And this is 5 of Pentacles. This is to remind you you're never alone, Christy, that there's always people around you and that you are a strong person. But sometimes I think you forget it and you allow the demons inside of you to run amok. So, Christy, this is about strength. This is about knowing you're loved. No matter what happens, people love you. And this is also about reminding you to love yourself. Okay, Christy? All right. Yes, it is great weather. I do love liquid sunshine. That's how I keep this complexion. I don't go outside in the sun. I used to, but I melt like I melt like ice. How do you like that expression? I was going to say something else. But anyways, this is basically, liquid sunshine from now until the spring. And for some of you, that liquid sunshine is going to be white. All right. Kristen and Amanda, you're very welcome. And I saw something pop up about Stephanie. So since I don't see her on here yet, I actually pulled a card for Sandra, who I never see. And I actually have my Facebook page open too, and I still don't see her. So Sandra, this is for you. Remember to treasure the past as well as the future and what is to come towards you. This is a card of emotions. And a lot of people, when they look back at the past, they look at everything that's gone wrong. But what about everything that's gone right? What about those memories And I'll use one of my favorites, sitting around a campfire and our dad telling ghost stories and him letting me smoke the butt of his cigar. And then he wondered how I started smoking. So these are the memories I have and I want to cherish. And that's what they're saying here, is to remember to cherish the memories, Sandra, from your past, because they're what keep us going. They're what motivate us to be better people at times. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Marion, you're right. I know you have a lot of faith and you keep a lot of people positive because of it. Okay, hi Diane. How are you? You're Kristen's mom. Yes, I will pull a card for you. Okay. Ooh. You are the anchor of your family. Even though this is the King of Cups, Diane, this is about you. And this is you. You're the source of the energy that the family comes to when there's problems, when they need to talk something out. And they bring that love and attention to you, even when you don't want it, because they know no matter what they say to you, you're always going to be there for them. So you're their anchor. You're the person who gives them the opportunity to be themselves. So you should be really proud of that. And your kids had better be telling you just how great a mom you really are. All right. Hi, Stephanie. There you are. How are you? Any vibes for you tonight? Of course I have vibes. And this is about you being creative. Okay, this is the Queen of Wands. This is your creative card. It's about bringing that creative ability forward, whether it's as a mother, a co-worker, or even creative as in you're writing something. You got to dig deep inside yourself and remember that we all have this spark of creativity. And with that creativity, it sends out, it sends out that neon sign that says, I love what I do. I love the people I'm around, and I love. And it's that energy that draws people to you. I personally, Diane, think you should write a book. Okay, you should write a book about children. You should write a book about animals. I feel like you need to write a book. And it could be about anything. I don't think you can limit it to one thing. And the other thing is, Stephanie, you need to, that's for Stephanie and Diane, you both should write books. But Stephanie, I hope you got a pen. On December 29th, just don't drive around 3:45 p.m., okay? Park your car, go for a walk, stay in the house, have a cup of coffee. Just don't go out at that time if you can help it, all right? And if Spirit normally gives me a date with an hour and minute attached to it, I do like you to put it on your calendar and make sure it doesn't happen. Okay, Kathy. You said you had a nightmare about Robbie last night, husband's nephew we kept for 20 years. I dreamt he came back to live with me and was trying to hurt me. He finally ran away and we couldn't find him. I haven't heard from him in 2 years. Well, that's actually why you dreamt about him, because you haven't heard from him or heard about him. I don't think he's coming back to hurt you, so that's not the case. But maybe you're beating yourself up for something you feel like you did or something you didn't do where he was concerned. But my feel and everything I'm hearing is that it was time for him to go, okay? That you couldn't have kept him in the house. All right. Sorry. Dear, can please tell me if my friend Melody is going to get married this year? Oh, does she have a boyfriend? There's the trick question. We can dream, hope, wish for people to achieve that state of marriage, but marriage could be an agreement, Alexandra, for two people to live together rather than live apart. Not everyone needs the ring on their finger, so this could be that they might move in together and they may share time together. As for the ring on the finger, Alex, I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure if she's going to, and part of it could be because she's afraid to. Okay. So I think a lot depends on her. And I could say, yes, she's going to, but it really does depend on her choice at the end of the day. Okay. Shar. And yeah, sort of not really feeling good, but that's okay. I'm here. Sure. Ace of coins. This is about money. And this is about the rewards that are coming towards you. And it don't always have to be about money. It could be, sure, about you moving to a new place. It could be about finally having someone talk to you that hasn't talked to you for a while. And it's the fact that you're being patient and you've learned to control that impulse to pick up the phone and say, what's going on? Okay. So I'm going to say, keep the calm, carry on, because it will get you to where you need to be. All right. All right. Okay. I'm just reading some of the comments, and yeah, she should stay at home. Okay. We're Sonia. We are in the middle of buying a property. Wondering if we should go forward and buy this property. Okay, just a minute. Let's have a look. 14421, 5, 9, 11, 12. Well, 3, it's a good number. It's about balance. It means if you're going on the property, it should be balanced. I'd have to do a little more work on the numbers, but just off the top, I'm not feeling there's anything wrong, but the truth is the property's got to fit you. And if it doesn't fit you, then you don't buy it. It's like you've got to be able to walk in the place, and when you walk in and you just know that this is the right place. And I'll use a really good example to explain it. When I bought my first townhouse, I went into number 57 and I looked at it and I walked out brand new. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It was still being developed a little bit. And I said to my daughter, no, it's not quite what I want. And then I stepped over to 62, which was right next door. And I stood there. I didn't go in. We left, phoned my real estate agent. I hadn't even gone into the house. And I said, put an offer. We didn't actually see the place until the offer was in there, because it just felt right. That energy standing in the driveway of number 62 felt perfect. It felt like welcome home. And even to the fact that I did not notice that we had a short driveway. We had to park our car sideways on the driveway because it wasn't long enough for the car to fit. And so that just shows you, even the little flaw there said, buy me. So that's what I mean by you need to be able to say this is your home. And if it's your home, no matter what I say or any other medium psychic says, unless this is your home and you've connected to it, we can't really say to you, go ahead and buy it, because really it's got to be up to you. Okay. Christina, hi. Yes, you are a new viewer. I've never seen you before. Cute little ears there. You'd like to know? No. Okay, sorry. I'd like to know if I will get pregnant before or after Christmas and one baby or twins. Actually, Christina, I'm not hearing yes, so I'm going to say anything is possible. And as for whether it be one baby or twins, I'm just feeling one baby. Been known to be wrong, but I don't think it will be by Christmas unless you're pregnant this very minute. So if that's the case, sure. But right now I'm not. I hear a big fat no. Okay, Amanda, Darcy, she couldn't be, was unstable. Well, yeah, I know. That's why she couldn't be around him. So Kathy worrying or having that dream that he hurt her, it's just there's something that transpired during the time that they were together, and it was time for him to go. So I am going to say to her, let it go. Like a lot of things, you know, it's like last night. I don't own a dog. I haven't, well, in a lot of years. And when we were kids, we had a boxer lab cross, and his name was Caesar. He was gorgeous. And last night I dreamt that I was off somewhere working, and when I came home, I realized I'd left my dog and my cat in the house for a week without me. The cat had food, but the dog didn't. But Caesar, who was there, was okay. And the last time I saw Caesar, I was 19 years old getting married. So that's a lot of years ago. But there I was, and I thought, what did I do? What did I not do for Caesar? And I realized it wasn't anything, because when our dad died, he went to my dad's best friend, and he couldn't have had a better home. So sometimes we just have to let go of our feeling of guilt, because maybe we think we should look after the animal, look after the person. I'm not equating the person to an animal. It's just that it doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes it is time to move on for ourselves. So Kathy, keep that in mind. Hello, Faye. How are you, cuz? And I hope everything's going well with you. So, Faye, I picked temperance. This is finding clarity. And this is, well, we've both gone through the same thing, okay? And this is knowing that not only are we survivors, but we're able to find the clarity to help us move into where we need to be in our future. And we're more in tune with ourselves, maybe more so than people who have never gone through a medical crisis. But Faye, you're a strong lady, and this says that you just have to remember to balance your time with here, with spirit, and with yourself. Okay, so remember, and I think we've done this a couple of times, take time out for yourself. Just sit in nature, maybe when it's dry, unless you've got a tent or something you can sit in, or a teepee, and just sit and literally commune with nature. Talk to the earth, talk to the trees, talk to the birds and the wind, because it feels like this is part of who you are, and it's part of where you need to be. Because I just feel like you need to connect somehow, because Spirit's really knocking on your door. And by the way, I saw Auntie Claire around you, so maybe she's trying to tell you something. Because isn't your dad her brother? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Uncle Pete is your Auntie Claire's brother. And maybe she's got a message for you, from your dad for you. Oh, okay. Stephanie, does the name Samantha send a vibe with me? Stephanie, does the name Samantha? Is this someone who's alive, Stephanie? So you're going to have to, I would have said the two of you were sisters, possibly in a past life. And that's the vibe I'm picking up there. So it's or brothers, sisters or brothers in a past life, Stephanie. And I feel there's a connection, but I also feel like it's like a thin thread that's sort of, like a kinky thread, not kinky connection, just kinky thread. Like it breaks off, comes back, breaks off, comes back. My daughter's laughing in the background. She's going, oh my God, my mother. But okay, that helps a lot. We feel so good good. So I'm glad that little story about my townhouse. And let me tell you, when I had to sell my townhouse, I cried so bad the day I had to leave that my daughter actually had to take the mop away from me and take my arm and literally lead me out of the house, because I couldn't leave. I just stood there crying, because it was all part of me. It was something significant to me that felt so right. And then when I had to leave it, it was very difficult. Okay. You're welcome, Christina. All right. And Kathy said she had a similar story about a house. She walked in and fell in love with the home, but I didn't listen. She waited. The house got sold, bought another one. This house has never felt like home. Will it ever? It can if you make it. And Kathy, that just brings me to the second townhouse I bought. I bought it, okay, out of desperation, because one, it was an estate sale, and two, we needed a place to live because we could not find a place to live at that time. The market for rent was zero. So I bought it, and literally there was maybe 24 hours that we switched homes in, and it never felt like home. I gutted it. I redesigned it. Everything in it practically was new except for the gyprock, but in a couple of places gyprock was new, and the floors were all new, everything about it. And I sold it a year and a half later. In actual fact, I sold it on November 1st, 3 years ago. And when I walked away, I mean, really, I could have kept it. It was really cheap, but it didn't feel like home. I couldn't get it to feel like home. So it all depends on how you want to look at it. Maybe if I took more time and stopped grieving the other place, maybe I could have made this place home. Okay, really, no, I couldn't have. But Kathy, to answer your question, there is a possibility you can make it home, but you've got to actually tell the house it's your home. You have to introduce yourself to this house. But I thought you sold it and that you're living in a totally different place. So, or you're selling it and you're going to live in a totally different place. But it's always important to introduce yourself to the home you're going to move into. All right. Amanda, hello. Okay, you're saying hello to someone. And Laura, hi. How are you? And Laura, Darcy, no, honey, I can pull your card. Oh, 3 of Cups. This is an emotional embrace and an emotional opportunity. This is a celebration, Laura. This is seeing things through the veil of your cup as half full, not half empty. Okay, and you've got 3 of them, so hot damn, that's a lot of half fulls. You pour it all together and then you got a cup and a half. Okay, now if it's wine, you could be done for the night. But this is about celebration. This is about letting the world know that you're happy about who you are and where you're going to be. And even though changes come, the thing is, those changes are meant to be there, Laura. They're supposed to lead you to where you're going to be. So stop procrastinating and move forward, because this is all about celebration. Hello, Stephanie. Again, yes, I like that. She says she loves Amanda like a sister. Oh, your dad was Joe. Who's Pete then? Faye, do we have an Uncle Pete? And because I'm hearing the name Pete. So, yeah, definitely hearing the name Uncle Pete. Okay, you want me to pull a card for your sister, Alexandra? Is she going to recognize her mistake about me? Oh, honey, not anytime soon. This is her all tied up in knots. And I would say no, maybe in the new year, because she can't see the situation clearly. Her judgment is clouded. So the more you try to make her see, or you try to lead her down that path of saying, she's in wrong, you're in the right, you're never going to get it. So let her have her time for her to digest the information and to move forward. Okay, so Grandpa Pete. See, I never met him, so I don't know who he was. But okay, he's here and he's actually trying to get through to you to let you know everyone's okay. So Faye, I'm just going to hand that on to you. All right, Laura. Another Laura. How are you? And I like the fact you guys are calling each other gorgeous neighbors and friends. That's nice. Okay, Laura. The other Laura. Ooh, decision-making process. When you make a decision, remember that you're aiming for the truth inside the decision, Laura. That you're trusting your instincts, that you're listening to your intuition, and you're listening to spirit, and you're making an informed choice. Your choices aren't just random, Laura. It feels like you do the pros and cons around them, and that you're very successful when you decide to make your choice. Okay, Alexandra, did we ever going to have the sisterhood we used to? Alexandra, honey, that could take a little time for that to happen, for you guys to have the sisterhood you used to have. And if you can be patient about it, and maybe, I'll tell you what, wait till March and see what happens. Okay, maybe something will change and she will come a little bit to her senses. Okay, yeah, I figured it was Melody, the lady I met, but her being married is in question, Alexandra. I would like to say yes, but it just feels like it's in question. Like, I don't know whether she's afraid of marriage, but when I think about it, my nose feels like it's getting pinched and I've got the pain right in here. And then my heart flutters like crazy. And I think, oh my God, can I do this? And I think she's just terrified of being disappointed, which may mean that the more she's terrified of being disappointed, the farther away she goes to the idea concept that she's going to be married. So a lot will depend on her letting go of fear. Okay, if she can let go of fear, then yeah, there is a possibility she can be married. But at this particular time, I am hearing no, maybe. Okay, Sonia, does my father-in-law Jack have a message for me or my husband? Okay, just let me have a look for a minute. Does he have a message? All right. I'm going to take it you mean he's dead when you're asking that question. If you can be patient and stand still, things become the way you want them. The joy is in the receiving as well as in the giving. And he's always around you holding your hand. That's what I'm hearing. And I think that's more to your husband, since he's your father-in-law. And I also feel, do you know whether or not your father-in-law had either cancer or died of a heart attack? If you could let me know just a little down here and I can address that issue. Okay, yes, okay. You bought this one, but it doesn't feel like home. The house I wanted got sold. Sorry for confusion. Oh, no, I figured that's what you meant, Kathy. So what I'm going to say to you is you need to introduce yourself to this house. And you need to explain to it that it's become your home and you'd like it to feel like home. And ask the house, what do I need to do to make you feel like home? Do I need to stop regretting that you didn't get the house you wanted? And start appreciating the fact that you have a roof over your head, because the house feels a little confused as well. Like, does she like me? Doesn't she like me? Is she going to sell me just because I'm not the place of her dreams? Why not make this place your dream? Because you can. So, Kathy, it's really going to be what you decide to do now with this house, because I really feel like it can be your home. It's just a matter of loving the place. Okay, Darcy, Stephanie is new to this. I finally got her to join. Her sister Samantha has passed on to the other side. Okay, so no wonder I felt the thin thread, but they're still connected. But I also feel like they've been in a past life 2 or 3 times as well. Stephanie's, just so you know, you and Samantha have been together in the past. And I still feel this thin thread to you. So your sister still holds on to you from the other side. She's never truly going to let go. She's always going to be around you. So I would tell you the biggest message I would have heard was that she loves you. And she just wants you to know she's there. Hello, Bridget. Okay, I will draw you a card. Thank you. Okay, I'll see if James will talk to you. It's a little confusing for me because I have a brother James on the other side as well. And did he die? I know you said he died sudden and tragic, but was it an accident or was it, I know it's going to sound crazy, but was he shot? I would tell you that he leaves, or when you see butterflies, you're seeing him. So there's a transformation around him. He is beginning to change, become more stable on the other side. And I feel wings, really dark, shiny, sparkly wings around him. Okay. Who had cancer? Sorry. Your father. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what you mean. Sonia, what do you mean by cancer? Sorry. I probably asked a question and totally forgot about it. Oh, your father-in-law had cancer. If he did, I'm not picking it up now, so I would tell you that he probably has healed quite a bit, or your husband has. I don't know. They're definitely saying that he's okay. Okay. So, Alexandra, the chances that you're going to get anything from your father is pretty slim, unless he's changed his will and left you something. The thing, sorry, I am hearing slim chance of you getting something from your dad. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. And Sonia, you have a James too. Yeah, I actually have 3 of them here. So he was in a car wreck, which would explode. Okay, so that was like holding a gun to his head. All right. So Stephanie, this isn't for you. This is for Bridget, because that's how James showed it to me. It was like he was holding a gun to his head. Must have been quite a crack when he had his car wreck. He is definitely taking his time to heal. But I would tell you he loves you and that it's time you moved on. Okay. And I know that sounds really blunt and not very feeling, but that's basically what he said. Time for you to move on. Pap, hi, ma'am, are you taking? Yes, I am taking questions. So if you got a question, you can ask, but I'm also pulling cards for people. So I can pull a card for you. And hello, it's the first time I've seen you on. So 4 Pentacles, trust in divine intervention. That when things begin to seem like they're not going your way, they will turn a corner and come back towards you. And that time stands still for no man. And I actually have to address that issue to both Bridget and Stephanie. That time's moving on. I'm also going to address my own brother with that. That things are moving on, they're revolving, and there's a message coming for each of us, and it's going to come in a really strange way. So be open to messages being delivered by someone else, by a voice on the radio, TV, or someone who just out of nowhere says something that one of our James would have said. All right. Dragonflies. When you see dragonflies, that's nice. Well, okay. Kathy, do you have any insight as to how Mike died? Did he know he was dying? It was sudden. He passed in my old house. Stroke, heart attack. Kathy, you're right. It was sudden. But does he know? Well, he knows he's dead. Actually, I know it's going to sound really crazy, but he's sort of grateful he's dead. And it could be because he realizes that whatever was ailing him could have been worse. But he definitely feels like he's in a good place. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure if Alexandra, if I said she'd be rich, but I know she's going to make money from the book she's going to publish. I don't think it matters what kind of pictures, but she had some amazing flowers and landscapes and birds. So I would say it could be a combination of anything, Alexandra, that she could put into her book. And it is definitely something that needs to be published. All right. All right. Kathy and Amanda and Stephanie are all talking among themselves. Oh, okay. Keep going. I figured she's asking how her husband died, Amanda. It's just that it feels like, here today, gone tomorrow sort of idea, as though there was a time warp in his passing. And he knows that if he had stayed alive, that he'd be a vegetable. So for him, being on the other side is definitely a good place for him to be. Okay, sorry. You're welcome, Stephanie, and you stay safe as well. Laura, you know what I was thinking? It was referring to me going to college. Yes, Laura, it very likely could be, because it's definitely celebration around you. So keep going. You're going to be successful. Okay. I thought it was, Amanda, honestly, heart attack or an aneurysm, one or the other. Here, gone. Here, gone. That's exactly what I'm hearing. But if he had stayed, he'd be a vegetable, and that is not something this man would have liked. So he is grateful he is dead. And I cannot help but say it, because that is what he's whispering in my ear and patting me on the back for. So he's grateful he's dead. Okay, Alexandra, no, I do not believe Sandra is mad at you. She's been extremely busy. I mean, extremely busy. She just moved into her new house. She's still unpacking. Raymond's hip went again. So there's been a lot. So, I don't hear from her very much either, unless I pick up the phone and give her a quick call. So, Alexandra, just pick up the phone and give her a quick call. All right? Because I'm certain she'll be thrilled to hear from you. And I'm certain once the border is open again, which will be in the spring by the looks of it, that, who knows, maybe they'll come down for a visit, or you'll go up. I don't know. Can I please ask you what is true and Carrera? Again, think we've been through this under a different name. His true intentions are inside of himself. I think that is a talk you need to have with him to find out what he really feels towards you. I'm certain he likes you, but you're going to have to ask him yourself. I try not to look into other people's emotions and feelings, unless, of course, they're dead, then they're free game. But I would say that basically you're going to have to talk to your A and find out what his intentions are. I know you want more, but does he? And that is something you're going to have to ask him yourself. Okay, tell him he was right about, this is from Amanda, what he taught us of what was coming, and I should have learned how to can with him. How to can with him? No, don't be sorry, because sorry, carrying on several conversations. Amanda, I'm not too sure what you meant. And Kara, you can't be sorry about asking the question. The truth is that I can feel you want more from him. You want him to declare his love nonstop. Okay. And the thing is, I don't think he's ready to. And unless you ask him how he feels, you're always going to be in the dark. I could tell you that maybe the man's crazy about you, but he just doesn't know how to express it. But the truth is, he's on the fence. So my thing to you would be, give him a chance and talk to him, communicate. I sort of feel like you're both sort of button heads. You do want different things. So there's the other thing to talk about. You need to know exactly what he's looking for, so you can see this is the person you want to be with, because you want ever after. I'm not sure he does, or I'm not sure he's capable of having it right now. So I think it's really important that you talk to him. Okay. All right, Kathy, yes, I will pull a card for your sister, Hazel. Hazel Jean. And this is the 8 of Cups. She's already accepted her situation exactly the way it is. She is young at heart, no doubt whatsoever. And I think she's been loved in the past. And will she ever find love in her future? It depends on whether she truly wants it. Who wants it more, you or her? And the thing is that with her cup's already full, all of them. She's done amazing things inside her lifetime, and I'm not saying it's always been easy, but it feels as though when I look at this and I feel her energy, that she really will find what she needs when the time is right. And I do believe she will find love. Okay. And part of her life path in this world is to help other people. So, and I don't hear her griping about it. So I would tell you that she's really on her path. And when love is meant to be there, it's going to show up. And Kara, I'm going to say the same thing to you, because I feel you're going to be loved. I feel if A isn't the person, there is another person out there, and he is all about the love, the romance, and the being together as a couple. So even if A doesn't have the intentions you're looking for, I know someone else is out there for you. Okay, Laura, is my mother, who died 7 years ago, with me, or is my maternal grandmother? I think actually they take turns being with you, Laura. It's one or the other, okay? If one isn't there, the other one is there. So there's always going to be that maternal feeling around you. All right? P.S. Dost. Hi, can I please ask what type of job will bring me happiness and satisfaction? Thank you. Well, that's a trick question. I really can't answer that one, because there's so much I need to look at to figure out the kind of job. Like, are you a guy or are you a girl? Okay, that would help a little bit. I know working with your hands will be an important sector inside of your life. And if you have a passion in a particular job, like, okay, I like this job. This is my favorite job. So for me, if someone had once told me, hey, you're going to be a reader during your lifetime and you're going to find out it's the best job you ever had, I would have laughed at them. I probably did laugh at them. But the thing is, yeah, I figured you were a girl. The thing is, when I look at this has to be a job that when you wake up in the morning, that you are so excited about going to it, you can't think of anything else but this. When you go to bed at night, you think of your job in a good way. When you have nightmares like I do about my old job, then you know it's time to quit. But I feel like you've got a creative flair to you. So I'm going to say maybe you need something that has creativity, and it could even be in any shape and form. I want to say you like to talk. So it could be a PR job, communication. It could be working with your hands, creative. I'm trying to think for a minute. I know there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't see it in my head. But it could also be not acting, but oh, darn, it was right there and I lost it. But I know it has something to do with creativity. Okay, you're welcome, Kathy. Laura, you're welcome. Would you work with the animals by any chance, P.S. Dost? Because I sort of see animals around you as well. So I don't necessarily think of vet, but maybe you volunteer. Okay, Jake, Darcy, oh, I'll tell you what, as soon as I am a billionaire, you can do it too. I don't see why not. If you've got the will, Jake, the determination and the drive to become a billionaire, then become one. And why wait 20 years? Why not do it in a year or 2 years? Okay, realistic, 10. And also, should we have a third child? Oh, I'm not going to say yes to that one, because what if you don't like your third child? Or what if your third child is goes through the terrible ferocious twos, all the way in through to the 21st birthday? Okay, I think if you want a third child, you and your wife had better sit down and have a talk about it. But I do know if you do have a third child, I see 10 toes and 10 fingers. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But yeah, okay, so I would say sit down with your wife, girlfriend, and discuss whether or not you should have a third child. And if you want one, go for it. Okay. Okay, Amanda. Yeah, no, I can't tonight. It definitely feels like a man. And I actually want to say it's your dad. Yes, thank you. Teaching. P.S. Dost. That is what I was thinking. I was so scared about, or not scared, but I was so confused. I could see the word, but I couldn't see it. So yes, you could go into teaching, no problem. But you could also volunteer with animals. All right, just keep that in mind. All right, it doesn't mean you have to be a vet, because I didn't see you as a vet, but you could rescue, you could house animals. But as a teacher, absolutely, I could see you doing that, because it's got the creative part in it. So maybe the creative part could be if you worked in, like in Langley, there's the Langley Fine Arts School. So it could be you working in a fine arts school or something to that effect, because there's a lot of creativity. Okay. You would like a general reading or a romantic life if you can. Yes, Justina, I can. Let's have a look and see what I can find. I'm just going to take a second and shuffle the cards and have a look. Well, I'm glad, Jake, you're laughing with tears coming out of your face, because let me tell you a story. I actually told the lady she was going to have another baby, and she looked at me and told me that I should bite my tongue. And I said, well, look, you really are going to be pregnant. And she went, no, I'm not. I'm going to have my tubes tied in 6 weeks. And I said, good luck with that, is what I said. And a year later, she came in the house with her sister, and she was carrying a baby, you know, where the baby's in that basket thing that goes in a car seat. And she came in, and I thought she was carrying her sister's baby, because I knew her sister wanted a baby. And she walked in, and I went, oh, you finally had your baby, talking to the sister, and we'll call her M. And the other lady looked at me and she said, no, this is your fault. This is my baby. And I went, and she says, and you're the cause of it. I went, no, I'm not. I can't get you pregnant. So yes, you can adopt if you want to. And there's various ways of adopting, Jake. I mean, you can adopt from, oh, there I'm going again with the blank look in my face. I cannot think of the place, but yes, you could adopt if you wanted to. Okay. All right. So we're looking for romantic for Justina. Oh, okay. Wow. One of the things I like to say to people, if they're looking for a romantic relationship, that they should have a general idea of what you're looking for. And this is the light coming out of her forehead. She's directing the energy, showing people and telling people what she's looking for. So yes, you could have a romantic relationship come towards you, but I'm not thinking until between now and June, so anytime in that time frame. But you have to have a clear picture of what you're looking for. Okay. No, you're never going to reconnect with Evie. Okay, just so you know. And you need to be a little patient, but you really need to know what you're looking for to find that relation, Justina. So I'm just going to say, make an idea, make a plan, and there will be a relationship coming towards you. And yes, I do believe in free will, just so everyone remembers. Free will is a choice for us to make if we are looking for relationships. All right. And if you're looking for one, then know what you're looking for before you go into it. Sorry, I know it's never satisfying when someone tells you you're never getting back with someone, but you know what? You're barking up the wrong tree there, honey. And I think a few people can just finally say that I never tell you what you want to hear. Okay. I tell you what I'm hearing. Now, free will. If you really want back with this person, then you go chase them. But I really think you're wasting your time. Okay. So before I shoot down anyone else's dreams of reuniting with people, maybe I should call it an evening. So everyone, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this evening. And I will be... Sorry, it's just one of those days. The inside voice is working outside today. Oh my God, it's going to get me into trouble yet. Darcy, I will hire you as my full-time medium on a private jet if I hit 1 billion next week. Oh my God, I'll take you up on the offer. Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for coming out. I really enjoy seeing everyone. I really love seeing new people as they come out as well and join us on the air. And Tuesday night, I will be on with Sean and at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Wednesday with Penelope at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, and next Thursday. But on Sunday, I will be revealing a new deck of cards, and I was going to show them to you now, but that's Sunday. So on Sunday, you'll see broadcasts of a new deck of cards, and I do a week's reading ahead of time, one day at a time. And I hope you'll have a fantastic weekend, and that love, joy, happiness, peace find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.